It's me, Laura B. at Craft and See with Laura B. How is everyone today? We are here. I'm okay. I'm tired. Anyway, I'm here today attempting to do the, it's not even on here, the Industrial Grunge Week 1 Challenge, which is tunnel tags. Let me write that down. Tunnel tags. Tunnel tags. Say that one 5 times fast. Okay, non-stop paper crafts. Suzanne. This is her Industrial Grunge, part of her Industrial Grunge kit. These are the freebies. The week 1, our challenge is to make tunnel tags. Now, my idea was probably not a tunnel tag, but I made it a tunnel tag because I thought. And it came to me in physical therapy yesterday as I'm staring at the ceiling doing whatever he's wanting me to do at the moment. And it was like, that's how I can get it to be an actual tunnel tag. Because my original idea was you cut a hole. Now this is, you cut a hole and there's supposed to be a hole all the way through. There's 4 tags. My idea was to cover it with this acetate. Now this is printable acetate, so it's sticky on one side slightly and not on the other. And I cannot get it to print in my printer for the life of me because my printer won't see this without a paper backing it. Now the paper comes covering this side for obvious reasons because it gets really sticky, and trust me, I've tried to use it as a an acetate cover thing and it just didn't work because it picks up lint. But anyway, so what I did is I sprayed it with the Tim Holtz, these 2 distressed oxide sprays. If anybody could tell me what the difference between this and the spray stains are, or if it's distressed spray stain, am I in frame? Okay, there. I really don't know. I don't know the difference. I've never looked it up to figure it out. Anyway, so I sprayed it on the sticky side, the vintage photo and walnut stain, and it created this look. And I wanted to cover the entire thing with this, and you wouldn't really be able to see through it. Apparently that wasn't a tunnel tag. Sorry about the glare. So anyway, I figured it out. Now, excuse me, I'm probably going to be rambling on. I have been up since dark 30 this morning. Oh my god, that's early. I am in physical therapy twice a week for the rest of this month, because I have tendonitis on my left side and I have bursitis on my left side and I'm friggin' old on my left side and my whole body. Anyway, and it kicked my butt. Oh, I cannot express how badly I felt. I was so tired. I was asleep by 8:15. So I've been up since, dark 30. Very early, even for me. Wearing gloves because my hands hurt. I gotta tell him I cannot do the leg lifts when I'm on my all fours because my arthritis flares, and yeah, it's been a nightmare. So anyway, I'm tired and kind of discombobulated and blah, blah, blah. Anyway, so my idea came from, and I do have her kit, the Industrial Grunge kit, and I probably should have printed it out, but I didn't, because, I didn't think of that, because I'm tired, and then you probably couldn't even hear that. Anyway, I'm tired. But I wanted to play with this, and I wanted to film it, so here I am. Anyway, my inspiration for the industrial part is the sandhogs of New York City. Now, if anybody's ever seen or know anything about the sandhogs, which I don't know very, very little. I don't know anyone who's a sandhog. I don't know anyone who lives in New York City or anywhere around New York City that I know of. No, I don't know anything. If one of my subbies are, I did not know that. Anyway, so my idea behind all of this is Sandhog with the tunnel, because they are the union that digs all the tunnels around New York City. In and out, and in and around, I think. Anyway, so that was my inspiration. So how this, get all my guys off. How this is going to go is what I did is I just cut out circles with my, you know, Big Shot. And then I went in with my oval dies and made openings. Now I purposefully offset them. So it's going to kind of look like, oh, come on, straighten up and fly right. I did not make one here because they haven't gotten any further than this, you know? It's New York City. They're always digging a tunnel and it's never ending. So when you look at your tags, you're going to have this one, you know, so you can look through and you can see the end. That's the whole point. Now, I'm a little irritated at myself because I punched through these holes, but they don't really line up to, like, hang. And I haven't figured that part out. Oh, yeah, I did. Yeah, I did. Yeah, I did figure it out. Anyway, so here we are. My thought behind this industrial grunge is the sandhogs. So everything is geared towards, ouch, that. What else was I going to say? I totally lost it. I'm sorry. I'm really that tired. You all are going to have to deal with me today. Like I said, so I punched these holes, and I kind of wish that I hadn't, so I may cover them up. I dispressed, oxided an index card, Isabeau hair, right, to make the hole punch thingies. And I was thinking of making it a little bit higher. And of course, then I would have to cover the hole in the back, but that's okay. I can get to that point later. Anyway, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to glue. These are each coordinating sizes. I know I have them all. Yeah. And then this one, and then this one. So it'll go like that. And we are going to start right now. Sorry, I should maybe not film this today, but this is what tired crafting looks like. Am I right? It's been a while since I used that glue. It's all stuckified. So yeah, I'm in physical therapy, and I was unprepared for how tired I was going to be last night. Like I said, I was dozed off by 7 or so and was in bed at 8:15 and did not stay awake really any time after that. So I knew I was going to get up really early. I was hoping it would be later than 2 a.m. You know, I was hoping I'd get at least till 3, but 6 hours is about my norm. And these are not the easiest to get off, especially when you have gloves on. There. Oh, because it's a new one. I've had so many problems with glue. I think I've had this discussion. We've had this discussion before. I don't know if it's because my hands are cold or not. I don't know. But it can't hurt. Everything is gloopy. I know that I'm not the only one that has gloopiness issues. But yet I'm pretty sure I'm the only, maybe one of the only ones that has gloopy issues here. No, that's right. Oh, my head's not in frame. Okay. There we go. Around, and then around. Oh yeah, I forgot to show you the back. And what I did this morning, and why they're all curled, is I taped them in some order together, and then use my brick looking stencil, which I already put up. I'm a good girl. And then did the translucent crackle paste. And since this paper, I guess I should tell you that too. I apologize that you have to muddle through this with me. All right, so what did I do? I printed these out, but before I did that, I took this and these two again. The walnut stain, the vintage photo, and the barn door because that's the only red I have. And I sprayed it on the backs. And then, after I did the acetate, I went through with ground espresso and a little bit of black. I edged it in black, you know, the black Distress Oxide, and then went over it with the ground espresso in little spots to make it dirty, because they're sandhogs. They're digging in the ground. It's a tunnel tag, right? Sandhogs dig tunnels. There you go. Makes sense in lorry world. That one might have to be cut. And so that's why they're curly and they're not always dry. Now, what I was going to do was thinking in my head, you know, I'm not going to color like I usually do because it's going to pick up this dark. Well, I wasn't thinking that the liquid, you know, because it's wet, inside the crackle paste was going to make it like red brick. So this was, you know, like Bob Ross says, it's a happy accident. And I really like how it looks, even though there really aren't bricks and tunnels. We're going to pretend there are. Alright, so we've got this one on here. So yay us. Now on to the next one. And then on these, I edged the middle in black as well. This was my first printout. Talk about it some more. On my coffee dyed paper. And I'm really kind of disappointed I used these, because these would have been great for tag backing and, you know, journaling pages and stuff with the black on it, and not realizing that, you know, you're going to cut most of the cool stuff off. And I did. But then I went over and did everything, you know, I bought some 110 pound cardstock from Walmart yesterday. And decided to try that for the tags, and I like it a lot. I probably will be doing that for all of my tags. And if I do the backs of, you know, how I do my papers for my journals and all that stuff, you know how I do. And I know you're going to fill in the words that I just can't seem to muster up today. So yeah. So what has happened other than physical therapy totally kicking my rear end? Oh my gosh. Which is part of the whole problem. You know, I'm very, very weak in my core and everything, you know. I don't like to exercise. I don't like to sweat for the sake of sweating. And I haven't found any exercise I can do by myself that I like. As in, I love to play catch, like baseball. My son hated playing catch with me, you know. He don't want to play catch, and I live alone, and Joe can't play catch. So, you know, my favorite form of exercise is not available to me. Now, I've got to figure out what I'm going to do with this one, because it just... Wow, yeah, these are quite small. So I'm just kind of putting it where I want it, because there's the diameter, or whatever. The circumference of the hole is smaller than the actual hole I use my... Oh, for love in a bucket, Laura, just speak. Probably shouldn't have done this today, but I want to craft. You know how it is. You want to craft, you're not feeling well, you got to film a video. I mean, I didn't have to film it. This is true. I did not have to. My new coffee pot is going to be here today, supposedly. More than likely too late for me to actually have a cup of coffee out of it. Hang on, slurp of coffee. My old coffee pot broke. Now, Donna and I will differ on this till my dying day. I say the ants broke it. She said, how do the ants break your coffee pot? She said, I looked that up and I couldn't find anything that says that ants can break a coffee pot. Well, here's the thing. The ants, moisture ants, I don't eat sugar, so it's moisture ants. decided they loved my Keurig. They loved the water reservoir and all that. And they got into the non-water parts of the machine and then would just get into the water well, in the water reservoir thingy. Oh, yeah, I like have to fish out like 6 to 8 ants and, you know, didn't find any in my coffee. There were no, if the log rolls over, we will die thing. They didn't have any of that. But with me constantly, like, I was, like, hitting the sides and, like, tapping it and sometimes gently, but still like this on the table to try to get the ants out of it. Well, now Gerard is broken. Bastard. Sorry. Couldn't help it. So I can, hang on. I can, you know, set it, it goes from like 4 to 12 ounce cups, and I can set it for a 12 ounce cup, and it might give me 2 ounces. It might give me 12, it might not. It does whatever that HE double hockey sticks it wants to. And so, yeah, and don't mess with my coffee. And so, you know, with Mitzi's help, we went round and round and round on the Amazon about what kind of coffee pot I wanted. Because I'm so used to the Keurig, and I like iced coffee, so I don't want a coffee pot, because then it's hard to make iced coffee. You don't want just hot regular coffee over ice. That's not an espresso. That's not any of that. But I don't necessarily want an espresso machine, because normally I just brew a 12, 14 ounce cup, and you know, oh, and on and on and on. So we finally decided. She's like, I think this one would be good for you. And I'm like, good, because I have that one in my cart. Anyway, so it's a single serve. It does iced, supposedly. The reviews were mixed. It had decent reviews, and plenty of reviews, and they were all, you know, like 4.4, 4.6, something like that. But when you weeded out the operator error negative reviews, and like just totally like this was broken in the box or whatever. You weeded all that out. The issues that had were kind of like, But it was the cheapest thing I could find. All right, I shall shut up about that. Anyway, you know, I had to brew twice into my cup, because I'm like, that ain't 12 ounces. I don't care who you are. That's not 12 ounces. Okay, so this is my thought with this. I've got 4 of these. I need this guy. I've got too many guys. Well, this guy doesn't even mean here. He's a repeat. So we're going to start from big to little. This is a tunnel. They are digging a tunnel. That's my story. So this is the boss. This guy is going to be the boss, because he's in a full suit. All right. Now, this guy, and I am not in any way dogging on the sandhogs. I do not know anyone. I'm not saying this is the case, but boy, I hope you can see that glare. He's the enforcer, so he's next down in line. I don't know if you'd call him the project manager, site manager. So he's the one who bosses everybody around. So then you get to this guy. I think I made him. This guy, yeah, because he's got a suit. He's the foreman. I think that's how I decided it. So he's the foreman guy. And then this guy especially is the worker. And maybe this guy too. I don't know. Like, this guy's in charge of this guy. This guy's in charge of everybody down in the hole. This guy's the mob enforcer that, you know, greases the palms and the money and all that stuff. Whoever you would call him. I don't know. And then here's the owner of the company. And nobody likes him. Yeah. And they absolutely don't like this guy. And this guy they don't really like either. But he does provide them with popcorn and coffee and stuff, so that he's, you know, and he's not a total jerk. That's how I've thought of it in my head. If that makes any sense to anybody, yay! And I have some of these. And this guy will obviously have keys. And so will this guy. And I'll figure something out. Also, as we go. I did not pick the, like, ladies. Because, well, that lady would not belong in a tunnel. And I don't know if I'm going to put any. And what do I want to do? Oh, I do have these. Kind of like that. And I still have the backs to decorate. So I may be pausing this video a lot and then doing things and then coming back. Why does he need that down? We'll put him with the glass somewhere on this. I'm sorry. He's gonna have here. I don't care at this point. Just slap it down. Anyway, so that is what has been going on. And I'm going to try to stick this video out. I might not be able to. Yeah, like I said, was not expecting how tired. I'm going to hold this camera real careful. Okay. I have towels. Oops. I have towels on that arm. I didn't want to shake y'all. Not that he needs to be in coach, but oh, so what has happened in the house? I'm gonna do my, excuse my homeboy reach, but I gotta get a pair of tweezers. What has been happening in it? I don't know if I said in another video that Joe's water heater was leaking. Not bad, but it was leaking, and so we got his brother got the plumber out here, and apparently it's something. I thought it was a lot older than it was, but it's, you know, over 20 years old, 23 years old, and it was really, really corroded. Really corroded. Now, I found something out that I did not know. I had cranked the heat on that thing up almost as high as it will go because the water wasn't very hot. And apparently the reason it wasn't very hot, it was so full of sediment because it was so old and we're on a well and everything, all the the connections were corroded and everything, and the bottom was all rusted. That actually sped up the process of it going. Not by much, he said, though. He said it really wasn't that much. He said, but that's why you don't do that. Because I was like, he said it, and I was like, can you turn that up? And he's like, I cannot. He says, you are welcome to, and then explained it to me, and I was like, oops. Oops. Did not know that. Did not mean for that to happen. Sorry. And there's some words. Now, these are freebies. These tags, almost everything out of here is a freebie. I think the only thing different that may not have been in the freebie was this. Yeah. Maybe in this. Because these are off the kit. So the freebies are actually really cool because, well, like I showed you, you know, you get a lot in the freebies, and so this guy, just like I said, he's the boss man. Boss man cometh. He says it's quitting time, not us. So he's going to definitely have keys. So I say, payee. Too bad we don't have a payer on there. I gotta turn the heat back up. I know. This is how it is when you're tired. Well, I don't know about you guys. But this is how it is. Oh, here, and I have all these too. Dirt, dirt, dirt. Oh. I don't want to do a one. What am I doing there? I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing. But that's kind of how I live. I don't know what I'm doing. And I'm trying to speak up because I know my videos sometimes are hard to hear. Apparently I tend to talk quietly. I probably learned it because I was always told I had a really loud voice growing up. Well, as you talk too much and you talk too loud. My sister used to sing that blasted song to me growing up about you talk too much. And I'm not going to sing it because it really is not a very nice song. Along with short people have no reason to live. Come on now. That's not really nice. Or maybe I'll do one of these. See, that's the thing. You never know. Things turn on a dime. So I don't feel super tired, despite being up since, awake since it's closer to 2 than 1:30, but I tried really hard to sleep. I tried, just don't think, just relax. But for those Trekkies out there, it was like Picard said engage at warp 7. 9.7, I mean, and, well, that's about as fast as it could go. 9. Warp 9. And then engage. And when that happens, there's no sleeping. There's no sleeping at all. You're just awake. What I'll do here, because that one's broken. I got real quiet real fast, or even more. I was listening. I think I hear my hens out there. My chickaroos. Still can't figure out how to get my dog to quit eating their excrements. Nasty dog. I'm trying to just basically pin glue that down. So what else do I want to say? Anyway, so if you haven't checked out Suzanne over at Nonstop Paper Crafts, please do so. I think you will really enjoy her. I do. She has a really good sense of humor, and I honestly don't know how she does everything she does. I mean, I can barely get my laundry done when I'm supposed to, and, clean the house, and here she's got a small child, and creates her own digitals and is a wife, and I'm just like, wow. Wow. This just down a little bit. And I really like how she did her tunnel tag. She really did it both sides really well, and, I'm kind of like, whatever. Okay. So, oh, and I'm also going to get my little stamperoos out. And this I don't think is going to stay, but we can try it. It's the sticky side, that slightly tacky side, so it might grip. Probably will grip better. Because this is the glass, because, he's the boss. Oh yeah, that's going to stick nicely. So the other thing I want to do is I have my click stamps, but that's going to be pretty big. Those are pretty big. And, oh yeah, this. We will use this one. one. And we will make, this is the only thing that gets irritating about this, is trying to find them all. And find the right, okay, that's a B. I'm looking for an O and 2 S's. No. S. I want that. I'm going to want that one. I'm going to want that one. I'm going to want that one. I need an O and an S. People, come on, an O and an S. And here I thought that I had everything all done. But it's kind of like my last one, I think, where you have a plan, you think you have a plan, and all of a sudden, no, I think I'm going to change all of that and do something completely different. Now, there it is. Like, I know there are 2 S's in this. Alright, so we're going to take that ground espresso, because it goes with the dirt theme I've got going on, pretty much. I can hear Izzy Girl. Balls. Alright. And A. N. Bum. Boss man. Could put it under him. Could have done a lot of things. But I didn't. And you know what? That's okay. Oh, so what else do I know? Not a whole lot. What else has been going on? There's a little boy I once knew used to say, "What's happening in?" I'm looking for my dauber. Sometimes I really do just go selectively blind. I'm running out of these, you know, because I have to have one for every friggin' color. So I'm using the same one for Boss Man. Okay, this one is okay for now. I'm not saying I'm going to stick with this, and I still have the enclosures to do, and I'm just trying to get the basic tags out of the way. We are going to put our pin back in our glue. See, that's what happens. There. And instead of, well, put it away. So I have another size, another style of these that is in between these 2 sizes. It might be closer to that one. Okay, that was the extra. Alright, so our next inline tag. So what did we decide? Where's my enforcer guy? I know. Sorry. He's really not an enforcer, but I say he is. So I want it to look, yep, like that. So you're like, what is that guy? Who is that guy? Why is he there? He will definitely have keys. Yeah, because he's in between. That's pretty dark. So I probably should put something underneath him. Boy, we're at 3-4 minutes and I'm like, ooh. Alright, where's all my stuff that I want to use? Want to be that guy. The cog and the wheel will go for the other guy. So he's like the project manager. I'm looking for, trying to find something, see if I can think. Okay, here. We'll put steel under this guy. And I am just going to cut right along here where the ticket part is supposed to be. Because I don't want to bother with it. Here we go. Because he's not necessarily security. Although the security is funny when you think about it. So, I'll probably stay. There. I don't care that it's really dark. Again, we're talking sandhogs. It's total tag. Of course it's going to be dark. Do it there. And under here. Go. And then here. Oops. Right here. And we want the security to show. Ooh. It landed on my shirt. It landed on my shirt. Let's just throw that around there. And then this is going to go under here like that. I think we wanted it. Yep. There we go. And now I just have to glue this. Where's my tweezers? Yes, I'm pretty awake for being up really early, but you know, I'm only get about 6 hours sleep a night. 6 to 7. If I get 8, it's like, wow, I slept, you know, incredible amount of time. So yeah, I knew I was going to be up early, but I was hoping it wouldn't have been, you know, 1:30 in the morning. Use your towel. There. Here we go. Let's use the wet one. Use the towel. Come back here. Oh. See, I put all that glue on there, not thinking that went through very well. Now, what I'm going to do on the back of all these tags, I do not know at this point. So, I just want to get these fronts done to a degree. Alrighty, so now my next guy is the, well, whoever it is, site manager, not the site manager, project manager. And he is definitely going to have keys, although we may not put them on the front or at all. Alright, so we have this. Better make sure I know what I'm looking at. So we're going to have this, and then this guy. I want him to go over here. And he's going to have records. Is that really how I wanted it to go? I'm thinking, sorry. I'm sure if you can see the steam coming up, can you? I'm thinking. So yeah, my original thought was just to have these, you know, without the hole in it, and I was like, well, that's not a tunnel tag, and what am I going to do, because I really like that idea, and I would love how it would look, and on and on and on. And so then I am lying on the physical therapy table doing, I think it was the leg marches, and it was like, that's what I can do. And so then it was all visualizing how I was going to do that. Yeah, so I came home and, well, pretty much got to work. Pretty much. Ooh, that would be good. That would be nice. In fact, that would be nice enough that we're going to just cut off the edges. Oops. Alright, so I like this guy. Right there. And I have to put him here because I noticed that this arm would be flapping in the breeze because there's nothing back in it. Because I had to make the holes to make it a tunnel. But I'm not sure that I want to put anything under him or not. Let's see. I'm trying not to take too long. Shift time. Here, yeah. Because he's going to be concerned about time, right? Always concerned about something. I don't know if I'm in. This is Friday at 06:52 in the morning. I don't know if it's going to go up today or Monday or over the weekend. I don't know. I'm obviously getting back into filming, and so I can't. I'm not going to promise. Dang it. I'm not going to promise or say, oh, I'm going to do this, and then be all like, no. So, whether or not we like this guy, you know, their direct boss, he is, oh, that'll work. He is still a cog in the wheel. Yeah, I guess I'm making a statement with this, huh? I just, nonsensical tunes like that, I'm always humming. And I never know where they came from. They just be there. Oh, I want to say hi to my new subby, Suzanne. I'm pretty sure it's Susan. I'm sorry if I got the name wrong. I don't think I did. Her last name starts with a D. I don't feel comfortable saying it. You know. It's her, dang it, I always use my hand and I've got gloves on. I'm trying to break myself of that habit. It's her Facebook name. You know, her Facebook ID is her name, I would assume. Well, my Facebook ID, my social media name is not my actual last name. So, that is going to look fantabulous. Now, do I want to put... No, we're going to do up there. And yes, it is a little dark on dark, but like I said, this part at least, there it is, in the face, are the sandhogs. I don't know that the whole journal is going to be that way, but for these tags, for the tunnel tag, and again, I hope you understand that I'm pretty tongue-in-cheek about the whole mob enforcer guy, but it is New York City. I'm sorry, but it is. It's New York City. Yes, it's New York City. And I will have to, at some point, I'll want to do something about the ugly back of this. Just what it's going to be, I don't know yet. So, this guy is done. Because we're, come on, 50 minutes. So there's that. I still want to do this. Bigger one. And I have that too dark for... I'm going to use this one. It's not very wide, though. I thought I had a lot more, you know, of the backing when I cut it, but apparently she did so well with her placement that there wasn't a lot of big, wide spaces. Oh, at least I can find. Oh, do that. Alright. There we go. So this guy's going to go right here. We're going to make him at the right angle. At a right angle. There we go. So he's done. Oops. So this is pretty much what we're going to see at this point. And then these guys. And what I'm going to do, because it's down to these poor little gentlemen, wherever I put them, wherever they slid to, there is one. And this guy. I'm going to have a think of what I want to do. If this is the right size. These two were on the same page. These two came out of the kit. This was the freebie. He's bigger. I shrunk these down to 8 by 10. These are the, you know, the guys that are down here at the end of the tunnel still excavating and making it bigger. And I just have to figure out how I want to put them on. And we're at 50 minutes almost. So what I'm going to do is turn you off, have a think, and probably come back when they are done, are mostly done. So I'll see you in a little bit. Talk to you later. Okay, I'm back. So here it is. I finished. I took a really hot shower just a little bit ago, and I'm all scrubbed up, clean, and all that good stuff. So this is my tunnel tag, my version of a tunnel tag. Like I said, I really wanted to do something different with the acetate, and since technically a tunnel tag, you have to be able to, you know, see through it and reach through it, and you cannot wiggle your finger in the backside. So what I did here was, and I ended up I glued this part. It can come apart. You just have to undo this ribbon or wired string. Monkey with it. Okay, so here is number one. Here is the owner, and the owner, so he's got a pocket watch type thing. There's a number. He's got the telephone, and he's still got the wrench. There's a wrench here because, well, I can't tell you he's on the up and up. Now, when I say this, I mean no disrespect. I'm not making a statement. It may sound like I am, but I'm really not. Like I said, I just had it in my head. In order to do this, I needed the sand hogs in my head. So, here's the owner of whatever they're doing. And here's the back, and all I did is put some more of that acetate and Boss Man. I didn't really want to cover up the red brick. So here he is. Here's the enforcer, and he's got the security key, not because he's security, just because, you know, he wants to get in there whenever he wants. And there's the steel representing, I don't know, the drilling machine. And this is his henchman, or henchwoman, and the wrench, and, you know, he pays that person. So there's that. And here is the site foreman, the foreman. And I just stamped the number on there. I put, again, he's a cog in the wheel, a wheel and a cog in the wheel, and he has to keep records. Sorry. And then here's the back with a time clock, and he's always watching the time. And some more of the red brick. So here's that. And here's the last one. This is as far as they've gotten. Here are the actual workers that are down in the tunnel. He's lower because he's the front of the line. He's out there making sure everything's cleared. Here is his immediate supervisor. And you load 16 tons. What do you get? Now, of course, this song was written about coal, but... And I actually didn't put anything on the back of there like I thought I did. Just the red brick. Because, well, really, there's nothing behind it because they haven't gotten through. So, there's my excuse. And I'm sticking to it. And again, my dad used to do that. We'd play cards. He's left-handed. He'd have the cards all over the table like this. And he'd pile them up and then he'd sweep them. And I picked up the mannerisms from him. I finally figured it out not too long ago. I was like, why do you do that? Oh yeah, my dad used to do that. This is the thing I don't like about this toy. Is it falls apart. It's the first time I used it. I've had it for years and I just opened it up for this. Took it out of its little... So now I have a song stuck in my head. What do you get? Another day older and deeper in debt. St. Peter, don't you call me 'cause I can't go. I owe my soul to the company store. Alright, that's it. I'm done. Not in my head, but I'm done on here. Alright. So they go through. Just put them through like this. And of course, if that twine, that ribbon, the wire comes out. And then, oh well, then you've just got this, which is not a big deal. So we're going to go around the mulberry bush. Ooh, got another month till May Day. Nobody celebrates May Day anymore. I remember it. I do remember when I was really little, we did a couple of things, but mainly it was just stories that I was told. Okay, so I really hope that my version of the tunnel tag passes muster. Suzanne over at Nonstop Paper Crafts, I'm saying that for the audience. Suzanne knows who she is. I really, really, really had to think outside the box for this one. I mean, really. Really. And I enjoyed the challenge. I really did. Bring it on. Bring it on. And we'll get it on like Donkey Kong. Anyway, so if you like what I have done here, please give me a thumbs up. Drop a comment in the comment box, even if it's just a thumbs up. Ooh, ouch. And let's see, what else? Hang on, sorry. And then subscribe if you haven't already. If you like it, please share it with your friends. And on that note, I bid you adieu and peace out. Bye, guys.